What up, America? Jericho Green here with you again. And the craziness just does not stop. This is a great news cycle for me. Now, the latest out of the P.E.T.A camp. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animales thinks that some of the phrases we've grown up on for generations, for centuries, need to be changed. Case in point, there was an article and they had a chart with the sayings that we all know and love on the left, and then on the right were the new versions of said phrases that we need to start using. Now, before I get into those phrases, PETA is saying that these phrases need to be changed because changing our language is the beginning of changing the way we behave. And it's the same as racism or homophobia, these phrases. Let me tell you something, America. Every time that I was fortunate enough to be called the word nigger, I never felt like, wolf. Hey, at least they're not saying bring home the bacon, right? Every time I was blessed with some asshole calling me that name, and 9 times out of 10 before they get fucked up, I never thought to myself, man, at least they're not saying kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Never. Because it's not the same. How do you equate these fucking sayings with racism and homophobia? Now, comparing it with racism is some retarded shit, but let's talk about homophobia. I don't know anybody who's afraid of gay people. And that word in the scope of the English language, and even more so, language period, this word is but a blip on the radar. It was first used in the 60s. Can't remember the guy's name, some professor. It was first used in the 60s. So it's a really young word. But homophobia, that means a fear of homosexuals. Who is afraid? Who sees a gay couple walking down the street and goes, oh, fuck, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Nobody. Who's watching Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and fumbles for the remote to change the channel because they're afraid? Fucking nobody. And how would you even know that somebody's gay to be afraid of them in the first place? Unless they're walking down the street saying, morning, girls. How are you supposed to even know that shit? That is fucking dumb. I don't even take that word seriously. No one's afraid of gay people. You might be afraid of a person who happens to be gay, but you're not afraid of them because they're gay. So I'm going to take that part out of it because that shit is stupid. But to compare the phrases that everybody says, and it has been, some of those phrases date back to the fucking 12th century. The 1100s. It's been around a long fucking time. And it means, we know what those phrases mean, bring home the bacon and all that, but it hurts nobody. I grew up raising pigs. I named 2 of the pigs one time Bacon and Sausage. It didn't trigger them and cause them to be afraid because those words had something to do with their impending death. Now that's even some more real shit. They were going to become sausage and bacon. But saying bring home the bacon, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, beating a dead horse, everybody says that and has been saying it for centuries, and it hurts no one. And you're equating it with words that do hurt people, actions that do hurt people. Strange fruit, if you will. That shit is absolutely fucking stupid. PETA? What about the people for the ethical treatment of children? You don't wear leather. PETA does not wear leather. They got the campaigns with the celebrities, naked or whatever, and I don't wear fur and all that bullshit. But you have an iPhone in your back pocket? Who made that shit? Was it a consenting adult of the age of 18 or over? Fuck no, it wasn't. It was some little fucking Chinese kid working a 16-hour shift. You don't have a problem with that shit. As you opened your laptop to spew your fucking vomit on the internet through your keyboard. Who made that shit? Who made the glasses on your face? Who made the jeans you're wearing? Ethical treatment of fucking animals. You know what? If you're an animal, if you're a pet in America, even if you're a wild animal, you got it pretty fucking good. We all know people who fucking tongue kiss their dogs and do all this stupid, weird shit for their dogs and wouldn't do it for a person. So what the fuck are you doing here? Where's P.E.T.A, Korea, where they're jamming dogs into baskets and taking them down to the market to be fucking honey dipped and eaten? Where the fuck is that? Where are you around? Where's P.E.T.A in fucking Argentina and shit in Spain where they're serving horses? You better take that shit overseas. You better outsource that shit. Because in America, animals got it pretty fucking good. I remember my wife and I were down in Santa Barbara. I can't remember the name of the street we're on, but there was a fat burger there, and damn, it was good. And this is a real ritzy, like downtown shopping area. You got the high-end shops and everything down there. And we go into this shop. It looked really nice. We didn't know what it was. I don't even remember looking at the sign, but it looked nice through the window. We go in, and there's a case. There's all these little pastries in there. I mean, looked like they were handmade by some French pastry chef. I was like, damn, these look good. Stuff so pretty you don't even want to eat it. Stuff that looks expensive. And we get to looking. We start looking around, seeing little paw prints and shit everywhere and all that. Like, wait a minute. This is a pet store, basically, a high-end pet store. And these are all handmade treats for people's dogs and cats. In the middle of the store, when you walk in, there was a table and there was a letter in a glass frame sitting on this table. And it was a full-page letter. I'm not talking double space, like back in school where you try to make your report shorter by using double space. Single space, full-page letter, signed at the bottom. I'm thinking this is from a happy customer. This is from somebody who got great customer service, and they're taking the time to handwrite a letter to these people. Let me read it. Nope. Wasn't from the people. It was the people writing the letter from their dog, thanking these people for the treats that they brought home. There was a bed, a dog bed. Let me say it again. A dog bed for a dog that cost $3,000. Had little steps, nice cherry wood frame and shit, big old pillow. A fucking dog. P.E.T.A, you mean to tell me that dog's not being ethically treated? Man, get the fuck out of here with that. If you can land in an American family that isn't some fucking dickhead, which the chances are good that you won't, but if you land in a good family in America as a dog or cat, you got it fucking made. We allow these creatures to piss and shit on our floors and do nothing but clean it up. Let your spouse, let your roommate take a piss and shit in the middle of the hallway, there's gonna be a fucking problem. Let your roommate shred one of your favorite shoes. Let your roommate get into the trash can, or your spouse or your child who's too old to be doing that shit, get into the trash can and strew that shit all over the kitchen. There's gonna be a problem. But with our pets, what do? Chastise them a little bit, if that, and we clean it up. Don't tell me about the ethical treatment of animals. Take that shit somewhere else. Because here, animals got it fucking good. Now these sayings, instead of bring home the bacon, they want it to be bring home the bagel. I'm going to try not to laugh out loud when I say this shit. Instead of kill two birds with one stone, it's feed two birds with one scone. And what was the last one? Instead of beating a dead horse, it's, feeding a fed horse. So don't beat the dead horse, feed the fed horse. And people are like, well, isn't that overfeeding? And shouldn't you not be giving birds, scones and bread? And bringing home the bagel, isn't that anti-Semitic in some way? What if a Jewish person takes offense to that shit? Like, come on. But that's just mirroring the ridiculousness of what P.E.T.A is doing. Feed two birds with one scone. Get the fuck out of here. That's how much work you don't have to do in this country, that you have time to come up with silly ass shit like this. And P.E.T.A, if you don't shut the fuck up, man, get overseas and get to work. Take the feminists with you. Take the blue-haired, soft handshake, deep V-neck wearing feminists with you. The men, too. If you say, I'm a male feminist, you have a Ken doll crotch and you're a bitch. So P.E.T.A, take all those feminists with you, all the pussy hat wearers, take them with you overseas and get to work. Now, you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but then they put out stupid ass lists like this. Please follow your boy on the Twitters @Green_Jericho. I'm Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.